I just want to talk about a few things. One of the things is some people, and okay, so a lot of people don't know the meaning of the word rebel. What does it mean to be a rebel? What does it mean to be a rebel? Does being a rebel mean, you know, going half-assed at something, or just, you know, taking the, you know, trying to like be a rebel, but then after having all these crutches and everything, you know, that's not a rebel. That's a fucking bitch. You know, that's a fake. You know, that's a fake. What actual rebel is, you know, I mean, I'm not going to be a rebel for the sake of it. I'm not just going to go around being an arsehole to people for, you know, no reason. That's not what I do. I mean, being a rebel, like, I look up to people like Kurt Cobain or Marilyn Manson or John Lydon, Johnny Rotten from Sex Pistols, you know. These people are, you know, they're being rebellious, but they're, it's like they're actually putting, they're being rebellious in such a way where it's like, yeah, they're putting it into their music, into their art, you know. They're actually, you know, doing something important with it, you know. So I mean, like screaming is kind of a rebellious thing to do. I mean, because you know, if you're screaming, it takes balls, because you know people are going to be like, you know, like some people are just like, that guy's screaming, you know, he needs to stop. We need to stop him from screaming, you know. It's like he's putting it to music. But some people, you'll be surprised. There are some people out there who think like that. There are some people, and some people have this need to control everyone. And she's like, no, you should be playing happy music. I've had this before where like I was in a hospital and like one of the nurses, you should be playing happy music. I hope it's not negative music. And it's just like, I'm just sitting there just going, it's fucking art. It's art. It's not fucking, you know, the meaning of the word fucking art. It's not fucking, you know, if all you're ever going to do is happy good songs, all you're doing there is just saying you're a bitch. All you're doing there is saying you're a pussy, right? Because you're not exploring the negative side, you know, in fear that, you know, it might reveal a part of you that, you know, people might see as ugly or whatever. But a lot of the best art is dark. It's subjective, but that's my opinion. I mean, I like art that's dark, you know. And it's not I'm opposed to like doing happy music, but you gotta think about the thinking of somebody who only does positive music, you know. You gotta think about who they are as an actual person. You know, this person's the kind of person who, you know, is trying to walk around saying they're a good person and stuff, but in reality they're just a pussy, they're just a bitch, they're just scared. You know, they're scared to show a dark side to them in case people are going to judge you in a negative way or whatever, you know. And it's like you're destroying your art. You're not exploring how creative you can be, you know, just from your fear of, you know, being judged by others. Look at someone like Psy, he's like, you know, got Gangnam Style, got like 4.6 million views. A lot of his art is very happy music, and it's like, or someone like Kesha, or someone like, I don't know, Cheryl Cole or whatever. It's just like, these people are fake. These people are little bitches, you know, they're little pussies, they're scared, you know. Because if they were to start screaming, that's an antisocial thing to do, to scream. You know, it's seen as an antisocial quality, you know. If you start screaming, it's like, it's, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, that's, you know, different. It's a very in-your-face thing. It's a very, you know, shocking thing to see. I mean, lots of people, you know, because it's in your face, it grabs people's attention, and you know, it's a very vulnerable thing to do. Like, when you scream in a song, for example, you're revealing a part of yourself, like you're revealing, and you're just putting it out there. You're just putting it out there, and people can, you know, love it or hate it. And you know, there's a lot of people out there who are going to judge it, and you know, they're going to say their opinions about it, just like whatever. You know, they're going to judge you for who you are, and you're like, no, don't talk to that guy, he's a moody bastard or whatever, you know. You know, it's when you scream. I mean, it goes against. You know, a lot of people think with their dicks, right? A lot of people think with their dicks, and ultimately, if you know, someone like Kurt Cobain, do you see him as like a sex symbol? He was a very attractive guy, but people don't view him as a sex symbol. People view him as like a tortured artist. Women don't like fucking think about Kurt Cobain and fucking masturbate, right? I mean, maybe there are some people, some girls like that, but it's like a lot of the time girls just like probably just think of Kurt Cobain as kind of just a loser. You know what I mean? They don't really. He's not really a sex symbol. Whereas you take someone like fucking, I don't know. Let me think. I don't know. I can't think right now. I mean, think of someone like Kesha. You know, she's you know, it's you know, she's all about you know, people just, you know, or someone like Iggy Azalea, they just look at her ass, or Nicki Minaj, they just look at her fucking ass. That's all it is. You know, even someone like Marilyn Manson, like who puts a lot of sexual imagery in his videos. People just seem as weird, right? People just seem as weird because it's like, oh, he's screaming and all this. You know, it's just a very antisocial quality, and a lot of people just say Marilyn Manson's ugly, right? It's you know, when you get into it, you know, with art, you shouldn't ever, you know, sacrifice your integrity. Is that what I'm trying to say? What I'm trying to say is you shouldn't ever like kind of like change in such a way where it's like, you know, the world's telling you like that you need to you know, like you shouldn't like if you're writing a song, it's like you're not gonna write it because it's like if you feel like if you write a particular lyric, it might, you know, you shouldn't just be in a band just to get your dick sucked. Is what I'm saying. You know, you shouldn't be in a band just to get your dick sucked. You should, you know, you should be in a band and you should write music. You know, if you want to write a topic like rape, for example, you know, it's a very dark topic, and you know, you can create some beautiful art by writing about dark subjects. I think it's very interesting to, you know, these lyrics are very interesting if they're talking about something like rape, for example. But then again, if you talk about rape, you know, women might just look at you and go, yeah, I'm probably not going to go with that guy because you know, talk about rape, and you know, I don't get raped. You know, if he's talking about rape, I don't trust him. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just, it might turn women off. I mean, don't get me wrong, it will turn a lot of women on as well because, you know it's one of those things. But, you know, it's like at the end of the day, you know, people are suckers for basically anything that, people are suckers for like, if it feeds their insecurity, they're suckers for it. Like people, a lot of people, they listen to music that just feeds their insecurities. You know, it's just like, oh yeah, smile and be nice to people, and oh, just have a laugh, or you know, just be funny or whatever. You know, someone like Psy, for example, you know, she's like, oh, it's funny or whatever, some shit like that. It just feeds into their insecurities. It's just like, oh, we don't know, you know, we don't fucking know, you know. It's just like, that's why we're having a laugh, because we don't know, you know, and you know, because we're smarter than you, because, you know, but it's just feeding into their fucking insecurities. I mean, that's all it is. I mean, it's just things just like people don't get it, so people just make a joke out of everything, because they think that's intelligent. They think that's superior, but, like, when people start making, like, fucking, when people's music is, like, just a fucking joke, like, when people are just, like, making jokes in their fucking songs, I mean, and just like someone like Psy, for example, Gangnam Style, it's just an embarrassment. It's just embarrassing, and it blew up so much. And it's just like, you know, there's music out there that doesn't blow up as much as that, which is way better. It's music, serious music, you know. Something like Smells Like Teen Spirit, you know. It's not got as many views as Gangnam Style, and it says a lot about society. You know how, you know, if you listen to something like Smells Like Teen Spirit, everybody's gonna think you're some sort of loser, fucking, you know, reject, antisocial, you know. sucker. Whereas, if you listen to Gangnam Style, it's just like, oh, he's got a big personality and everything, and women go like, oh, he's fun, whatever. It's just like, but it's like, a song like Gangnam Style, it's just like, it's like, it's almost a disgrace to call that art, because it's just it's such a fucking joke. It's just so fucking embarrassing, and I was gonna say something else, I can't remember. I might make a part two. Alright, bye.